two sisters mistakenly sent to jail for an offense they did not commit. For years later, then, here's the rephrased version of your script, maintaining the tone, flow, and style you want. The arrest that shocked their family. Imagine two sisters mistakenly thrown in jail for a crime they didn't commit. 4 years later, what they did will leave you speechless. Have you ever heard of a mistake so devastating it destroyed lives, shattered trust in the justice system, and took years to repair? Picture this. Two sisters, full of dreams and potential, suddenly ripped from their lives and imprisoned for a crime they never committed. 4 long years passed before the truth finally came to light, but by then, the damage was already done. It all began on a quiet summer afternoon in a small town. Mary and Cynthia Thompson, ages 23 and 26, were inseparable siblings known for their kind hearts and relentless drive. Mary had recently graduated with honors, dreaming of becoming a lawyer, while Cynthia worked as a nurse, devoted to her patients at the local hospital. Their futures were bright, until the day everything changed. A robbery at a nearby jewelry store threw the community into chaos. Witnesses described 2 women fleeing the scene in a car that vaguely resembled Mary's. Desperate for leads, the police clung to a flimsy piece of evidence, a partial license plate number that matched the sisters' vehicle. Despite shaky testimony and no concrete proof, officers arrived at their home within hours. Mary and Cynthia were shocked, confused, and terrified as they were handcuffed in front of their bewildered family. Their mother pleaded with the officers, insisting it was all a mistake, but her words fell on deaf ears. The sisters, sobbing and protesting their innocence, were taken away. Why didn't anyone listen? That question still haunts this case. The prosecutor claimed to have a solid case, even though surveillance footage from the store was too grainy to identify the suspects clearly. A biased judge admitted questionable evidence, including a rushed and flawed eyewitness lineup. Meanwhile, the sisters' overburdened defense attorney failed to mount a strong argument. Just like that, 2 innocent women were convicted. Sentenced to 8 years in prison for a crime they didn't commit, their world went dark. Stripped of their freedom, dignity, and sense of justice, Mary and Cynthia faced constant fear and humiliation behind bars. Cynthia's nursing license was revoked, and Mary's dream of becoming a lawyer crumbled. Their mother's health deteriorated under the stress, leaving their family broken. But the story didn't end there. For years later, a glimmer of hope emerged. Alex Reed, a rookie detective with a reputation for questioning the overlooked, decided to revisit the case. Something about the sisters' conviction didn't sit right with him. Alex meticulously reviewed the old evidence, including the grainy jewelry store footage. What he discovered was shocking. When enhanced with newer technology, the footage clearly showed 2 entirely different women committing the crime. Even more damning, the partial license plate number had been incorrectly reported by the lead investigator. Alex's findings exposed the gross negligence and biases that led to the sisters' wrongful conviction. The truth was undeniable, and the case exploded into national headlines. Finally, Mary and Cynthia were released, but their joy was bittersweet. For years of their lives, their careers, and their peace of mind had been stolen. Fueled by anger and a drive for justice, the sisters filed a lawsuit against the police department, the prosecutor, and the judge who presided over their trial. The courtroom battle was intense. Their legal team exposed systemic failures and discriminatory practices that had led to their conviction. In the end, the sisters won their case, securing a historic $50 million settlement. The officers involved in their arrest were fired, the prosecutor was disbarred, and the judge was removed from the bench. It was a moment of triumph, but also a sobering reminder of the deep flaws in the justice system. Determined to make a difference, Mary and Cynthia used part of their settlement to establish a foundation advocating for criminal justice reform. Their mission? To help others wrongfully convicted and ensure no one else endures the nightmare they survived. This story isn't just about 2 sisters. It's about the fight for fairness, accountability, and equality. It's a powerful reminder that mistakes in the justice system can destroy lives, and those in power must be held accountable. What would you do if this happened to you? Could you imagine losing years of your life over a mistake? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to help spread awareness. Together, we can fight for justice.